already know this is PUNSH Unboxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ah, man. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was on the PBC in the studio, filling in for Sean Porter. We already know that Sean Porter is going to prepare for the Errol Spence fight, September 28th. Probably the biggest fight of his career, so to say, at this stage of his career. Gotta be. Unification bout. So I think it is a big fight for him. Bigger than the Keith Thurman and bigger than the Danny Swift Garcia fight. Yeah, Keith Thurman, when talking about in the PBC studio where Mora was gonna be next for him, he does not mention Bud Crawford. He does not mention Errol Spence. He does not mention Sean Porter. He mentions Mikey Garcia and mentions Danny Swift Garcia. Now, Keith Thurman, what the hell you mentioning these guys for? What the hell they gonna do for your career moving on forward? And I'm not saying nothing about these fighters that they not high caliber type of talent or elite type of talent and fighters. But you already beat Danny Swift Garcia. That's one. Danny Swift Garcia don't got a belt, so fighting them is not gaining you anything. It's not gaining you. It's not enhancing you. It's not putting you in another stages in the welterweight division. It's not skipping you a step. It's not entering another level. So why the hell are you talking about Mikey Garcia and Danny Swift Garcia when you supposed to be chasing the WBC belt that you vacated? Oh, I know why. I know why you don't want to talk about the WBC belt. Keith Thurman doesn't want to talk about the WBC belt. And people be like, yo, Punch Drunk, nah, you being mad hard on Keith Thurman lately. Damn, Punch Drunk, you being mad hard on Keith Thurman lately. This is the same thing that we've been trying to tell you, Punch Drunk. These are the things that we've been trying to say. Nah, it ain't the same. It ain't the same because I did consider Keith Thurman as the number one fighter, the number one welterweight in the division in this young era. In this young era, meaning with the Bud Crawfords of the world, with the Errol Spence of the world, with the Sean Porter, with the Danny Swift Garcia, not mentioning Manny Pacquiao, because he already had a cemented legacy. I'm talking about this young era. I had him at the number one pound, not pound for pound, I had him at the number one welterweight of the world. Because of his resume, his accomplishments. I keep it real, I keep it logical, objectively, and unbiasedly. But the difference between now and then is that now Keith Thurman is not a champion. It's facts he's not the top dog. It's facts that now he's looking up while everybody was calling him out and looking up to Keith Thurman and trying to strive and challenge himself to actually get a WBA belt. He was the unified titleist. And also the promotion with Josecito Lopez, he was talking about the WBC belt. He was talking about, that Sean Porter didn't beat him for the title. He didn't beat him. So he was very honorable talking about that. After this fight, he wants his title back. He wants his belt back. He wants a WBC belt back. Oh, but now you ain't talking about the WBC belt back because you actually said that Errol Spence is going to beat Sean Porter. So now you don't want to talk about the WBC belt because you potentially thinking that he's going to be the WBC champion. I was saying the WBA, but anyway, the WBC belt. Now, so you predicted that Sean Porter is going to lose to Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to be the WBC champion, and you don't want to talk about the WBC champion because you know Errol Spence is going to hold it. And all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it. Oh, Lord. Come on, Keith, man, Keith, what's going on?
Punch Drunk, I've been trying to tell you, he's been trying to avoid Errol Spence show. I'm telling you.
You know what? I'll stick to for Keith Thurman on that note. But you rather go on national TV and talk about Mikey Garcia and Danny Swift Garcia? Where is your... Of course, he was talking about the rematch with Manny Pacquiao. I already stated that I'm willing to see a rematch with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. If everybody was happy about the fight, I was happy about the fight. I love the pay-per-view. It was worth the money. It was worth the pay. So, of course, he took his belt from a champion. I think if it was the other way around and Manny Pacquiao lost and a close fight, everybody going to be saying, yo, he should deserve a rematch. Give him a rematch. Just like everybody want a rematch with... Just like a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans, hardcore Manny Pacquiao fans want wanted, or of course, a lot of people still want to see him back in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, so he could take Mayweather's O. They want the rematch on that. So I think it's fair enough if Manny Pacquiao wants a rematch with Mayweather, Keith Thurman should have a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. It was a close fight. It was a good fight, and everybody loved it. I said that in one of my videos. Go check it out. Go check the channel. You already know. Subscribe to your boy. But let's keep it on this note. Keith Thurman, my man. I don't think Keith Thurman should be talking about Mikey Garcia. I don't think he should be talking about Danny Swift Garcia, because he got nothing to gain by fighting them. He got everything to gain and actually really nothing to lose if he fights Errol Spence, because everybody feels Errol Spence is going to beat Keith Thurman. A lot of people in the world of boxing, maybe not a lot of fans, but in the world of boxing, a lot of people is picking Errol Spence to beat Keith Thurman if they ever fight. Everybody's picking Bud Crawford to fight. To beat Keith Thurman. So why not go and challenge yourself? You already had 2 fights this year. You already have 2 training camps. You already faced the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Maybe you're prepared. Maybe you could gain something and learn from your experience. But why the hell are you thinking about, oh, I'm willing to fight Mikey Garcia? No! Ain't nothing to gain, my brother. Ain't nothing to gain. What y'all think? What y'all think? I'm not a firm believer in calling any fighters scared. No, like I always say, these fighters are my modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. You already know I respect them. They put their life on the line for my pure entertainment. You already know how I feel. But Keith Thurman, aside from Manny Pacquiao, I know you want that rematch. I think you deserve that rematch. But if you don't get the rematch, don't you want to fight Bud Crawford, my man? Don't you want a title? Don't you want to get arrows? Don't you want your green belt again? At least if you're talking about the green belt, then I know. If he's talking about the WBC belt and he got Errol Spence, then I'm like, okay, so he wants some Errol Spence. He wants him. And I got a video talking about that when you was leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight. You talked about it. You're ready for everybody. But now when you on TV, you don't have that type of, oh, Lord, man, somebody punch this dude in the face for me. Out of love, though. Out of love. Out of love. You was talking about that you need to fight your killer instinct. You're gonna fight your killer instinct fighting Danny Swift Garcia. You didn't have no killer instinct in the second half of the fight. Even though you was injured, you said you was injured. Yo, I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Is Keith Thurman does Keith Thurman really want to be the best welterweight? Does he really want to conquer what other greats have conquered in the sport of boxing in the 147-pound? Does he really want it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I still got faith in him. I think he'll come along. I just don't know what's going on. Anyway, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. You already know, man. Subscribe to the channel. Like your boy. You already know, man. Like the channel. Like the video. Subscribe. Share it. Look out for your boy. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. Keith Thurman. Actually disappointed. But I like the guy. But I'm disappointed.